Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something deeply profound. We're looking at a narrative about redemption that honestly touches the very core of human vulnerability. If you've ever felt weighed down by your own shortcomings, and let's be real, who hasn't, we're going to take an emotional journey today. We're exploring the source material on the infinite reach of divine mercy. So let's jump right in.
Okay, let's dive into this massive theological premise. What if I told you that the very last person to enter paradise, like the absolute undisputed final one, gets a reward that's literally greater than this entire world? I really want you to stick with me until the end of this, because understanding the answer to this question, it has the power to completely shift your perspective on grace, on forgiveness, and just the boundless nature of mercy. But to really grasp that incredible reward, we got to look at where we start. The texts we're looking at bring us face to face with a pretty simple reality. Life is full of mistakes. Every single person sins. We all fall short. And you know what? That's actually normal. It's this universal human condition that we all share. You are definitely not alone in your struggles or your missteps.
And this brilliantly illustrates a really striking contrast. On one hand, you have the heavy weight of our earthly mistakes. But on the other hand, you have the overwhelming, almost disproportionate scale of Allah's mercy. Islamic tradition teaches that this divine mercy is just vastly, vastly greater than any of our mess-ups. And the only thing needed to completely tip those scales? Just sincere repentance. That's it. And that brings us to a specific, deeply moving narration. The texts detail how the Prophet Muhammad described that very last person to enter paradise. Just think about the gravity of that for a second. The absolute last person. I really want to slow down here for a moment, because this isn't some abstract concept. It's a highly emotive, personal story about one individual's journey from the absolute brink of despair right to ultimate salvation.
The story kicks off at this man's absolute lowest point. First, he has to face the reality of accountability, dealing with the consequences of his earthly deeds. I mean, imagine the sheer tension, the pure fear of that moment. But then, after enduring all of that, he is finally brought before Allah. He has officially reached the end of his reckoning. Let's move along and see how this builds, because his redemption doesn't just happen all at once. It's this cautious, step-by-step progression. At first, he's terrified, right? He asks for bare survival, just to be saved from the fire. But once that's granted, you see this little glimmer of hope start to blossom. He asks to be brought just a little bit closer to paradise. And then, slowly, cautiously, Allah grants him way more than he initially even dared to ask for, moving him further away from punishment and ever closer to total grace. And then, we reach the pivotal moment. Allah tells him to enter paradise. Take a second and just feel the weight of that decree. For the man in the story, this is it. This is the ultimate resolution. After all the fear, all the consequences he faced, this is the absolute peak of his emotional journey. But imagine walking right up to those gates and looking inside. I want to ask you directly, how would you feel if you finally reached the finish line, only to look inside and think the place is completely full? Because that is exactly what this man experiences. He looks, and he genuinely believes there is no room left. Try to picture that sudden, crushing despair hitting him right before the climax of the story. It's in that exact moment of absolute devastation that the source text reveals something incredibly deep. Allah smiles. It's just such a profoundly gentle, reassuring detail. Let the warmth of that moment really settle over you. In the face of all this man's confusion and despair, the divine response isn't frustration, it's a smile of infinite compassion. Now, what's really interesting to see here is the sheer, unimaginable scale of the reward that follows. It's honestly staggering. The man is told he's going to receive a payment equal to this entire world, and actually even more than that. Remember, this is the very last person to enter paradise, the guy who just wanted to be saved from the fire. His expectations aren't just met, they are completely and utterly shattered by this overwhelming abundance.
नखरा इसका टॉप पर आती है टिकटॉक पर नैनो से है नैन मिलाती लड़कों के है दिल जलाती पिंडी में है चर्चा इसका मीरा जितना खर्चा इसका मैंने बोला इसको मेट्रो में बिठाऊंगा कैपिटल ले जाऊंगा F7 भी घुमाऊंगा मुन्नार भी दिखाऊंगा सेंटोरस भी ले जाऊंगा आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का.
So the crucial point is how we apply this. The texts outline three simple yet incredibly powerful actions. A sincere prayer, a single tear, a heart that truly repents. According to the tradition, these three things, just these three simple acts, have the power to completely
transform a person's eternal future. Which leads us with the final, vital question this text asks of its audience. Will you take a step today and change your eternal future? The narrative promises that the door is
आशिक
wide.
हूँ तेरा
Mercy is
राजा
absolute.
बाजार का
If you enjoyed our exploration of this story today, please subscribe for more authentic, historical, and Islamic narratives. And hey, definitely share this with someone who might just need a little bit of hope right now.